Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to do faux locks, faux distress locks, using this hair right here. It is the Expression Outre Water Wave Fro Twist, in this length 22 inches. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so the method that I am doing for the distress locks is the crochet method. I'm first going to pre-part the hair into box parts. And if you haven't already, you can go ahead and check out my how to box braid tutorial. I go through thoroughly how I like to pre-part my hair to make the process of doing this style a lot easier. Now, before I actually start doing the box parting, I like to part the hair in subsections to make the process also a lot easier. So while I'm doing the box parts, I don't have big sections of hair getting into my way. So I like to do one part ear to ear at the top of the head, and then I go ahead and do another part ear to ear at the back of the head, horizontally, just so it'll be like 3 subsection parts. Then once I go ahead and do my 2 ear to ear parts at the top and at the back of the head, I will go ahead and use some product like Shining Gem or any type of like braiding gel, just to make the parts more precise, which you're going to see me doing in a few seconds. Right now I'm just going over the part with the comb to make sure it's straight, and then I go ahead and do that again with like the gem. The box parts for these faux locks that I'm doing is going to be slightly bigger than the ones that I did in my box braid tutorial, just because these are going to be in a size large. And because my sister has a moving scalp, it took me a little longer to get the part in the way I wanted it, just because like her scalp moves. But for this bottom section that I did, I split it in 2 rows, and I'm going to be doing 3 box parts for this row that I'm doing right here. Then after parting like the 3 box parts out, I'll go ahead and start braiding the natural hair into a braid. And then that's pretty much it when it comes to pre-parting. I'll just go row by row, and like I said, because these are going to be in a size large, I do them a little bit bigger. So yeah, just enjoy the rest of the process. So I ended up doing 6 rows of parts in the back. For the first row, I did 3 box parts. For the second row, I did 4 box parts. For the third and fourth row, I did 5 box parts. For the fifth row, I did 4 box parts. And for the sixth row, I did 3 box parts. For the front sections, I did 4 rows. And for the first 2 rows, I did 2 box parts. And for the last 2 rows, I did 3 box parts in each row, as you can see right here. And I'm just going around showing you how it's looking. And that was it for the parting part of this style. Now for each lock, I use 2 strands of hair from the bundles of the pack of hair that I had showed you. And for this style, I didn't use 5 packs of the hair. And what I do is I'll brush out the 2 strands of hair just so it can have more volume to it, more density to it, to really match the texture of our natural hair. And then right here you see me cutting some of the strands into 4s because I use some of them when I get towards the end of the locks when I'm twisting, because some of them need the extra length when you start getting further up on the head. So that's what I did there. I'm gonna show you that in a few clips. So to crochet the hair through, I used a hair beater, and I put the beater through the middle part of the natural braid, and then I'll go ahead and put the 2 strands through the beater, the open part of the beater, and put it through the braid. And then I will go ahead and make sure each side is leveled out, balanced out after pulling it through, so it have the same even amount of hair on each side. Then once I go ahead and make sure both of the hair strands are equal on both sides, I'll go ahead and start using the strand on the outer side, and I'll start wrapping it around the natural hair and also that other piece of hair, that other strand of hair. Then I just keep wrapping and wrapping until I get down to the bottom, and I try to do this as tight as I can, that just so it's not hurting the scalp, and also so the hair doesn't unravel when I'm finished doing the lock all the way down. Then once I get all the way down to the bottom, that's when I go ahead and add in those little small pieces of hair to give the hair extra length at the bottom. Depending on how long or short you want your locks to be, you don't have to do this step. But right here you see me adding the hair in, twisting it on to add to the end of the hair that you were just wrapping around. And then I'll start continuing the process until I get to the bottom. Then once I get to my preferred length that I'm going for, I will go ahead and fold the excess hair up, and then the hair that I was wrapping around the lock, I'll start wrapping that around the excess hair that I just folded up. And then I'll do that all the way down and just keep wrapping the hair until it's no more to wrap. And then I'll go ahead and take a lighter and put fire to the hair just so it can stay in place and stick in place so it doesn't unravel at the ends as well. And then that's it for really doing the process of creating your own faux lock, the crochet method. So I just go ahead and keep repeating that same method throughout each box part. And when it came to doing some of the locks, I didn't add in smaller pieces when I got towards the bottom because some of them didn't need it. Like you see me just pulling some of the extra hair from the second strand to start so I can wrap more around to make the locks. Okay, so I am about to be on my last lock. I also wanted to just mention not to make sure you guys do not skip the part of brushing out the hair before wrapping their hair around to make the lock, because if not, it's not going to give you that that density, like, you know, distressed lock look that you're going for. It was about 12 a.m. at this time while finishing up this last lock. I started doing my sister hair around like 5 p.m. Finished around like 12:30 a.m. So yeah. Okay, so this is the finished look of the process of doing the faux locks. This is my first time actually doing these distressed locks on an actual person. I did them once on myself back in April of 2022. I'm actually surprised at how well I did for my first time doing them on somebody, but it's still a few things I need to work on, like making sure they're tighter at the roots, but I'm gonna continue practicing. But that is it for today's video. I hope you guys find this video helpful. I have some more videos coming your way. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.